Hello and welcome to Streetweek 2025. This is day one of racing here at Mantorp Park. It will be 4 other tracks after this one at the different locations in Sweden where all the cars have to drive themselves on the street. This video will be mostly from the starting line, but it will also be a couple of engines, some nice technical details about them. And today, in the beginning of the day, it was a little bit messy, a couple of wrecks and some mishaps, but some managed to work on the cars and get back on the track. And just when I came to the starting line in the morning, this was the first pass I saw.
Någonting gick av under bilen, alltså någon slang eller liknande. Men det är nu den är ljud.
Man tror ju sin bil, den röda, vad fan var det där var som det var massor olika karosser som till slut hamnade hos han som åkte.
We have this Camaro here, owned by Crib Haglund and built by PPF. And this is all new build. A lot of beautiful pieces in this one. And hello, I think most of the build is built by this guy. And we have some precision turbos. It's an LS engine, and I think a lot of titanium here. Both the intake pipes here and the exhaust pipes. They're running ethanol in this one, E85. So they're not running methanol that many of the other high horsepower guys here. And a lot of custom CNC machining on this one as well. And tanks here for the intercooler. Looking really good with this wrinkle finish and this milling here. Rather large radiator there. Also in kind of wrinkle finish. Looking very clean and good. They're in for some service for another pass, I guess. Have a cooler here with a battery connected to the gearbox here, and it is cooling the gearbox fluid, I guess. And I think the oil gets really hot. They are standing on the trans brake in the start. Carbon fiber, the chassis is all new in this one. I think they're running the TurboSmart electric wastegates, looks like here. And also paint, I don't know if it's possible to see, but it's some kind of purple shining very nice in the sun here. Some small fix repairs here maybe. BTR intake and fuel rails with some fuel tech injectors. They're running only ethanol in this one. They don't want to change fuel, so they're using the same fuel, I think, both on the drives and on the drag strip. Some more fuel here. They have the pressure regulators from Ditchworks. These are really popular, the Ditchworks ones. Many of the tuners are happy with them, how they perform. We've got a dry tank here with some nuke catch tank, nuke filter. Looks like the engine is a billet one. And the power is about 2000 horsepower, 2.3 bar out of this one. And because of this LS, it's no need to adjust any lifters or anything. They want to do as little as possible. But I think it's still a little bit of service. They're gonna check. They're gonna change the oil in the rear axle. I don't know if they're doing that often or if it's just because it's a new build here. Here we have the rear axle. Really big sway bar and strange brakes here, really lightweight, yes. And the panels, some small screws and carbon fiber. Interesting looking nuts here. And the tires is 17, 36, 16. Also, one thing you maybe don't notice is that many of the drag racing cars in Sweden, they have wider fenders that that you really can see that they have made them wider. But this is a wide body one in steel, so they have modified the C-pillar here. I don't really know how these Camaros usually look like, but it do not look like this. But it is looking really good. It could look like stock, but I think it's quite some wider fenders here in the back here to fit the tires. The collectors here are billet merge collectors.
Lätt bakom bilen på det. Felix Eriksson.
This one in yesterday's video I called it a Sirocco, but it's actually a Passat. An older Passat with an LS engine. Nice billet intake manifold here. Plasma man. I think it's from Australia. With a large water to air intercooler in front here. Big radiator on this one as well. For some good cooling for the transportations. Wind shield wiper motor, things that you don't see on pure drag cars, but it looks like the stock windscreen wipers. Small little trailer, very small trailer actually, compared to many others. They're getting ready to go for a transportation to the next track here. We have the fuel tech, and we got a lot of small boxes, relays here to the right hand side. Some compressed gas, maybe for the shifting, maybe for wastegates, raised deck seats. Yeah, and then very small trailer, not much in this one. And the guys, yeah, they are from UK. Mickey Thompson slicks for the racing, and some kind of street tires. Mix of the old stock parts, headlight and carbon fiber front bumper here. Timo Hellisten's car here with street tires on beadlocks on the streets as well. Really cool. And yeah, it's an Hemi engine in this one. It's twin 88mm precision turbos. And yeah, doing some service, checking everything before going to the next track here. And yeah, they can take out about 2,500 horsepower out of this, but today it was about 65% of that power. They had before, I think, a little problem with the cooling. I guess they removing some of these plates here in the front, and they got a radiator here in the front, and then oil cooler. Do not look like a huge cooler like in many other cars, but yeah, hopefully they manage to do it, to drive. We have an electric water pump here, and precision racing suspension. Also an Ditchworks regulator on this one. And we have some sensor for exhaust pressure. And also talking about mirrors, I like these ones. All of the body is carbon fiber, and It's some old school mirrors, but they look like they're pretty slim there, good for aerodynamics. And I guess it's a little bit limited visibility driving on the street with this one, but it's really cool that these guys do it. Winner here with this Camaro is almost ready for the transportation here now. Race is over for today. Got some air filters. You can see a little bit of the beautiful engine here on this, and I will check the engine a little bit later in another day here. But the cool thing is that they managed with 442, and they're second in the category. First is Kribbe with his Camaro 440, and then it is another Camaro that is 443, so it's very tight here from this first day. And yeah, you can see here they're loading up with the tools back here, removing the parachutes, have the street tires on here. BJP race, we are with this a little bit sponsorship with this car, so I feel extra much for these guys this year. Next level racing here. So it will be interesting to see this one later on in the week. I will look more into details with this one. Some 3D printed cameras here, like for rear view mirrors. Very small one for low drag there. We have Alleganten Racing with a new car. I think this is a Thunderbird, also an LS engine. Cooler, not the same finish as this one, but it's still a 4-second car. BTR intake manifold. I think this is built in US, here Haas chassis. And this one you can see is a race car from the beginning. No headlights, just one piece front end here, but the front lamps is some attached Biltema and then license plate. Also turn signals, small one. It's good for the lightweight. They didn't run the personal best, 470 something I think, and By the way, the engine here, it's 1,700 horsepower out of this LS, and it's about the maximum, so they're not going out anymore. They think maybe the mechanical fuel pump that is down here is maxed out, so they see a dip in the fuel pressure, and even if they give more fuel to the injectors, it's the dip is getting worse. So probably the pump is out, but they're very happy with the result now, so they will pack up and go to the next truck. The BMW M3 here, and it is the S54 engine, the same engine that has come in this car from the start. One of few cars maybe that has exactly the same engine as from the beginning. And I think the boosting 3.2 bar boost in this one. Usually before it has always been kind of sleeper in the engine bay. The turbo has been mounted underneath, but now with the new turbo, a little bit bigger here, it's not possible to fit it down there, I think, so it's now on the upper side. But the big PPF intake manifold here, and they have some nitrous now. I think it's mostly for spooling. Kind of cozy interior here. I guess it's kind of nice drives between the track here compared to many of the other ones. Supra is down here. I filmed yesterday a bit. We'll be doing some more filming on this one in a later one. Even billet end tanks here on the radiator here with bolted on water pump directly to it. Still looking beautiful. They had some problem in one time after the burnout. I think the master switch earth ground was bad, but it's the shakedown. It's brand new, this build. So they fixed that one and managed to do one pass, but I think it was a little bit slippery. Not the best time that it could be. Big electronic throttle bodies. We got dual injectors, some big Morans and some Bosch injectors, and they have like the fuel system looks like an remote fuel pressure regulator with a radium pulse damper here directly on the fuel rail. Street tires going on, and now most of the cars have been leaving this place. This is it for day one. Very interesting day with a tight fight in the top there. I think the Supra was with LS was the leader in the next highest category. If you're in Sweden and want to watch the races, Monday it is in Emmaboda, Tuesday Malmö, then it's a driving day Wednesday, Thursday is the Vårgårda, and Friday is Eskilstuna at Malmö.